Friends, earlier we heard Jesus teaching us to welcome the poor, to be a community of solidarity with our brothers and sisters in the margins, the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, he said. Today, let us look at this community, aptly called the Church of, with, and for the poor. How I would like a church which is poor and for the poor, said Pope Francis a few days after he was elected to the papacy. In his mind was the great man of faith, Saint Francis of Assisi, who was a champion of the poor, peace, and creation. And since then, we have witnessed, admired, and tried to emulate how his way of carrying out his vision of that church that is poor and for the poor is real. Yet some 50 years ago, a prophetic voice declared, "The Church presents herself as she is and wants to be, the Church of all, and in particular, the Church of the poor." That was Pope John the 23rd, the good Pope who convened the Second Vatican Council. According to the Council, the Church is called to serve the way Jesus carried out his work, in poverty and humility. Although she needs resources to carry out her mission, she should not seek earthly glory. Rather, she should proclaim the word in a humble and self-detached manner. After Vatican II, the theme was adopted by the bishops' conferences in Latin America and Asia. The Medellin Conference in 1968 stressed that the Church's service and commitment to the poor must be demonstrated by being in solidarity with them, evangelizing them, and humbly serving them. In 1970, the Asian Bishops' Meeting that was held here in Manila emphasized that being Church of the Poor is to share their condition, to witness to evangelical simplicity, to promote and defend their rights, and to avoid entanglement with the rich and those in power. You might think, how about the Church in the Philippines? What is the Church of the Poor for us? According to the Second Plenary Council of the Philippines, PCP2, the Church of the Poor is a church that embraces evangelical poverty, that shares one's resources, and that lives a simple lifestyle. It is a church that has a preferential option for the poor, in solidarity with them, living with them, and guiding them. Basically, my dear friends, the Church of the Poor is a community that the Lord envisioned. A church where all gather in communion and compassion. A home where all people are welcomed, where all rejoice at the return of the lost, where all are consoled and healed. A family where all are brothers and sisters worshiping the one Abba, Father. And those who are called to lead the flock are like the Good Shepherd himself. They go out to seek out the lost. They live and serve with humility and compassion. They reach out to those on the margins of society. They are shepherds living with the smell of the sheep, in the words of the Holy Father, Pope Francis. This is the direction we should take. Let us all pray for fidelity and perseverance.